Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome back, everybody. We're going to start off with a shout out like we always do.
You already know the wave.
You already know the way. This week, I'm trying to shout out my mom, actually. Not to promote this week, just, love for my mom. She's doing some great things. She's started her first semester of college. They say it's never too late, and I told her that shit. I was like, bro, if you feel like you want to do it, bro, do it. And something that you always got to support your friends, your family, anybody that you think is trying to make moves, just support them no matter what.
Shout out to the moms, friends, dads, people that are just being great fucking people in your life. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Just love them.
Love them, support them,
appreciate them, and shout them fucking out in a podcast.
And if they want to like start something new in their life, a new chapter, then don't fucking look down on them for wanting to start something new.
Motivate them.
Like people were looking down on us for wanting to start this podcast, and look at us now, bro. We're just having fun with it.
Let's fucking get rolling. Now, let's dive into it. Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest podcast is back. The greatest podcast in my mind, at least. You feel me? We're getting there. We're getting better. We're growing. We got some new freaking technology that's gonna be through the roof.
Hopefully,
it's gonna take us through the universe.
Hopefully, this shit's gonna sound good when I finish this.
Jason's doing his fucking. He's nerding out on that fucking mixer.
I don't know about nerding out. I'm kind of confused over here, bro. Shit's a bunch of fucking.
Ladies and gentlemen,
dials.
it is my great
knobs and.
Great, bro, shut up.
Lights.
All right. Shut up. I'm doing something. It is my great honor to introduce our guest.
Yeah, we're having another guest this week.
Oh, yeah, we're having another guest, by the way. But listen. This guest. Oh, man.
Oh, man. Oh, me.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
Let me fucking introduce him. This man is a fucking beast. He's a legend. He's a
great friend.
He's a man of many crafts. He's a barber. He's a fucking leader. He's a fucking hero. He's a fucking
He actually is a hero, bro. I remember one day back in the day, there was like an apartment on fire, and he called the ambulance for the firefighters, bro. And we used to call him Lifesaver after that.
Anyways, this without a doubt one of our greatest friends. Oh, man, I'm excited to have this man on. This man's been calling me week in and week out. So, when you having me on? And I'm like, yo, shut the hell up, bro. Soon. Soon has come. Finally, soon has finally come. And it's with my furthest, whatever. I can't even fucking speak right now because I'm so fucking hyped. It's my honor to introduce.
You sound like you're struggling over there.
Bro, my eyes hurt. It's my honor to introduce none other than Alexis, Omar, Hernandez, a.k.a. Omi Smooth with the dance moves.
How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? It's been a long time waiting for this.
My fucking guy, yo. When I tell you, I love this man. This man's like a fucking brother to me. When I said he was a hero, he's a hero to me, bro. Because I fucking love this kid. This kid's... We're gonna fucking dive into it in this podcast, but all I know is this man changed my fucking life. This man's a fucking beast. I love this kid. I'm gonna chill out before I start fucking crying in fucking 2 minutes into the podcast.
Appreciate you, bro. You know it's all love.
It's my guy right there. That's my guy, Jason, bro.
What's up, bro?
You know I always gotta ask this fucking question, bro.
What's up?
How was your fucking week, bro?
Well, I always been chill. We got I actually got to do some engineering shit this week. Cause, yeah, bro, because we actually have a product that's, like, struggling right now, so I got to, like, be part of the meetings and shit. I'm like, what the hell? I'm an engineer, bro. I
got in trouble.
Yo, yeah, I know, bro. You've been telling me.
Yeah.
Late every day, bro.
Chill. I'm gonna get better, bro. That's just it. Oh, yeah? Homie, how was your week, bro? How have you been living, bro?
Life's been good, honestly. Can't complain. I'm grateful. Every day I'm alive. I'm glad to be here. Yo, this is crazy seeing my friends make this move. This is insane. This is for a long time Victor has always talked about wanting to change the world, and honestly, like, him doing this is just, it was a big inspiration in my heart, man, to see, my two of my probably my two, with all love to everybody, best friends, do this and actually have people at the barbershop and wherever I go telling me like, yo, this podcast is crazy. It's awesome, bro. So like, yo, I don't know, man. I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be here.
But listen, man. Honestly, it was this podcast has truly changed my life. We've only been doing it for 11 weeks, but Jason, I don't know if I'm speaking for you too, but honestly, when I hop on this mic, I feel like I'm at home, like it within myself.
I feel this is like therapeutic to me.
Yeah.
When I get on the mic, I'm like, ooh.
I feel like so like this was the shit I was missing my whole life type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Born for this.
Like it's just amazing to be on here. And I just, Omi, I can't appreciate you more enough. Like, bro, I'm telling you, before Omi, I fucking didn't even know how to bro, I didn't even know how to dress. This man was hooking me up, putting me on.
You got advice from Anna Omi, bro?
And Omi, bro. Aunt, bro, hooked me up, told me how to dress. Omi actually gave me the clothes, bro. I used to steal from his closet, bro. I used to be like, yo, bro, this shirt's fresh. Can I try it on? Walk to my crib, bro, with the shirt on, bro. Wear that shirt for every Monday, bro. Trying to look fresh, bro. I'm telling you, this man's a fucking beast. And speaking, bro, of barbershops, I'm telling you, we shouted this man out a couple episodes back, and everything I said stays true. This man, I'm telling you, right now I look like a fucking grizzly bear. Made a fucking appointment. Yo, I'm about to be fucking looking like gold come Saturday. I'm about to be looking like,
maybe fool's gold, bro. You ugly, bro.
What the hell? This man's always hating, bro.
What confidence, though? You gotta rock that confidence, bro.
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yo, and I'm telling you, Omi, bro. If you don't mind me asking, bro, what, bro, got you into the barber game, bro?
The barber game.
Like,
all right. What's up?
Let me just give my background on this. So, like, bro, we grew up together, bro, and like it came like out of nowhere, bro. We were talking about like what the fuck we want to do when we grow up, right? And you were like, you know what? I'm gonna be a fucking barber, bro. And I was like, what? But then you fucking made it work, bro. And I take my words back. I take my 17, 16-year-old words back, bro. And I just want to say I'm sorry, bro.
I mean, it all started in his room, bro. We used to get cuts in his room with flashlights and freaking and freaking like 8 different lamps, bro, just to try to get the light.
Struggle.
But yeah, but what got you into barbering truly, bro?
All right, so oh man, first off, I just want to shout out my boy Luis Rodriguez, and a lot of people that have helped me through this barber journey. This barber journey started off as a joke. My good friend Anthony, one time we were probably like freshman or sophomore in high school, and he was like, yo, I think I asked him just messing around. I was like, yo, let me line you up. And, we didn't even have jobs at the time. We were broke and we was looking hurt, you know what I mean? I had a rusty old eyebrow flicker. It wasn't even like a real razor. I had to study my sanitation now, but I used to leave dudes with pimples on the back of their neck. Yo. Long stories. It's a growth process, but I actually lined them up and it didn't come out too bad for my first lineup ever. That's right there. I fell in love. I knew it was destiny. Like I just felt I was like, wow, this is for me. Like I felt like I was creating, I was drawing, I was just making people look good. Like it was just that first time I fell in love.
That shit was artwork, bro.
Exactly. Yeah. And through good people, my dad bought me my first pair of clippers. And then Jason actually ended up getting me like some official clippers later down the road.
Yeah.
I ended up buying a blade. Yeah, my uncle bought me a blade. I didn't have a job. I started watching a lot of videos, trying to practice on Vic. Victor was my test dummy.
We have videos where I'm like, yo, hit up Alexis for cuts and hit up the Vic for a dummy if you want to cut his hair.
Yo, I used to beg. I used to beg people like, yo, let me cut your hair for free. And I used to have to ask them mad times just in order to be able to cut their hair. I remember I used to ask my boy Anthony, and he wouldn't let me line him up for like 3 years later, bro.
Real quick, I'll say Omi is nasty at cutting hair now.
Appreciate
it. But before,
for real,
dude,
bro. I let him put a design on my head once, bro.
Yo,
Yo.
it was it was a
Yo.
struggle. I started off in the room.
This man set the design on his head.
Yo, and it was like, bro, but once the first time I ever got a cut with Alexis, I've never gone to another barber ever again. Like, that's it, bro. I trust this man with my head, bro.
This
like
man
that.
truly literally went from like being ass, bro, to being straight nasty, bro.
I'm just learning, bro. Don't gas me up.
Nah. You're a fucking beast, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. If you ever want a haircut, I'm gonna shout myself out real quick. Shout out to Prestige
course, bro, of course.
Barbershop.
Do your fucking thing,
Prestige Barbershop, 2 Malden Street, Everett. Yo, we have the best barbers in the area. I'm
bro.
telling
The best
Yeah.
barbers in
Anybody.
the area.
And it's a great environment in there. You go in there and you just feel at home, bro.
You feel at home. You have your good laughs. You have your and you come out looking crispy. Doesn't matter who you sit with, bro. Doesn't matter. Every single one of them guys over there work their ass off, and they're fucking nasty at what they do. I'm telling you. Every Saturday, except for last week, I slacked, ladies and gentlemen. Don't But last week, every week, every Saturday, I have to be in Omi's chair half hour late. That's just how you do it. That's just how you do it.
Because you're a half hour late to everything, bro.
What? Yeah. You better stop. Oh man, but I can't say how much I love this kid. I'm telling you, bro. We grew up together, bro. And there's just so much we could fucking talk about. But like, there's something that comes into my mind when I think about you. We grew up together, yeah. But like, bro, you're from the island, bro. You like, I was born in Chelsea. Jason, you were raised in Chelsea.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you were born in PR, bro. So what was that like? What was like, learning English and all this shit, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like,
All right, so a little bit about my childhood. I was raised in pretty much like very, not, I wouldn't say third world, because we had we were able to go to a store, for example, if we needed to go to buy groceries or whatever it was. But it was very humble, very humble. Growing up, we weren't really focused on materials or anything like that, and so that right there, growing up in the island as a young kid, taught me to appreciate everything. And then I can go on and on about my childhood, but
this man, when I tell you, this man, like, before, ladies and gentlemen, we've dove a little bit about this, but like, I had a real negative mindset before, and it really was I was just negative all the time, and this man brought the positivity out my chest. He brought the lion that was hiding in me in my chest.
Yeah, he's always been like that, though. He's always been a positive person. Like, when I met him, I remember the day I met him, bro. It was 3rd grade. He was a new student coming into school, bro. And somebody was like, and the teacher comes up and she's like, "Oh, this is our new student, Alexis. Does anybody want to give him a tour around the school?" And I was like, I got it, bro. I introduced him around the school,
Did he speak English?
I don't even remember, to be honest.
yeah, I spoke a little bit.
He did. Because
he did.
you didn't come to Chelsea like first. That wasn't the first place you moved, right?
Nah, I moved around a lot through my childhood, but I ended up in Chelsea around 3rd grade, and then that's when I met Jason. Jason was the first person that I actually like made a friendship with out here.
She always lasted, bro.
And we're still here, to this day.
Bro.
That's why I say thank God for my good friends, man. The story about meeting Jason was that I was looking out my window one time on my apartment building, and I seen Jason. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, yo, Jason! And Jason's like breaking his neck because I live in
like an 11-story building.
It's an 11-story building, but I'm on the 2nd floor.
I'm looking, bro.
And
I was
this man's
looking
like
around.
looking crazy, but he couldn't find me. So the next day in school, I'm like, yo, I seen you, this and that. When we just clicked from there, I ended up going to his house. He just had the Wii, I think it was, right?
Yeah. That was I had like just got the Wii, bro.
The Wii, bro.
The Wii was brand new.
It was crazy because like it was dead ass the same day that I met him and introduced him around the school. I had like found out that he lived right across the street from me, bro. It was like dead ass destiny, bro.
That's crazy.
But then I'm pretty sure all we had is the Wii. We used to play cops and robbers a lot too, bro. Just
Oh,
running around my house, bro.
Play Manhunt.
Damn, bro.
We grew up together, crazy in the same neighborhood. Then we met Anthony, Victor. Everybody just bonded, came together.
And
like
we made the fucking
it was a
brotherhood,
dream team.
bro.
Like it just happened. Like yo, and we've been solid. Like it's crazy. It's rare to see
friendships last.
Friendships last this long and be this pure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I have absolutely no negative feeling for my people whatsoever. Like I trust Vic, I trust Jason with everything. Like
Me too, bro.
I know
same.
at the end of the day, if I have to, I'm not the type to expect anything, right? But if I ever have to ask of anything, yo, I know they'll be there for me the same
Course,
way. You know
bro.
what I mean?
100%.
And it's all love. So
100%.
make sure you have people like that. And if you don't, you know what I mean? It's better to not have people than to have fake people around you. You
That's
know?
true. Yo, it's kind of crazy because like I always say that like I like the friends that I have had my whole life. I've had my whole life. Like
It's
literally
my
bro.
whole life.
Like I cannot remember. Like I don't even remember like before I met Alexis or Vic or Anthony or nobody, bro. Like it was like I was like a little kid and I didn't know anything, and then boom, I had friends for the rest of my life.
It's crazy. So you met Omi in third grade. I met Omi in well, I knew who Alexis was, but I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? We were the cool kids, bro.
Yeah.
We were in Project Challenge, bro. We were the smart kids, bro. And then you have this, regular student, bro, coming into Project Challenge in 7th grade. So, bro, I remember the first day of school, I seen this man back in the class. I was like,
Yo, I was literally looking around because back in regular classes, we would have directions like broken down to us like by the step, as in where Project Challenge, they would have they would kind of let you figure it out for yourself a little bit, and I wasn't even used to that. I was used to getting
everything on command,
exactly.
bro. Yeah.
Everything was do this, do that, and so when I'm in Project Challenge, I'm like, I'm just looking around waiting for the teacher to say something, and everyone's doing work. I'm like, I'm sweating. I'm looking down. Everyone's moving their pencils. I'm like, I don't even know what to do. I look up. There's a do now. I didn't even see that. I didn't even see that up on the board. That's embarrassing.
I'm telling you.
To this day, but that's how we adapt. That's how we learn. And
Yo, I'm telling you, it was like a good 3 weeks. I didn't talk to this man at all because I was like, nah, this man is, this man's or whatever. And all of a sudden, we're sitting next to each other in history class, and this man goes, "Yo, no joke. I'm the master of your mama jokes."
Yo,
And I broke my neck.
that, bro.
I broke my neck, and I was like,
yo, I remember that. He used to come to my crib and just do your
Do
mama
your mama
jokes.
jokes. Yo, bro. So this man goes, "Nah, I'm the master of your mama jokes," and I was like, bro, no, you're not. Bro, we spent that whole day. We sat next to each other every class, and I'd be like, yo. Teacher's talking. Yo, your mama's so skinny. She could hula hoop Cheerios. Yo, in the back of the class, bro. And then he come up with some goofy ones, bro.
Yo, I remember the one that was like, yo, your mama's so fat she sat on Walmart and all the prices went down or something.
that was a Google one. That was a Google one.
Yo, this man, we used all the Google ones that we had, and then we just started making stuff up, bro, as we went along. But I'm telling you, after that,
your mama's so poor, she signed you up for the army so you can get a free haircut. Stupid stuff like that, bro. Like little kids,
And now all you gotta do is go to O. That's it.
all you gotta do is go to OMI. You don't even need to sign up for the military. Nah, but I'm telling you, ever since after that day, this man was my friend, and then through OMI, I met my good friend Jason, bro. I remember he was like, "Yo,
Who, me? What the?
Was that the nose talking?" Ah, this man's tight.
All right, whatever,
anyways,
bro.
yo.
I can never say anything around here.
Anyways, yo, and I'm telling you, it was just we just created this amazing bond, and it just grew. And no joke. I can't thank Omi enough because this man got me out the house. When I tell you, my mom used to be like, 6 o'clock, you're home. I don't care. Yo, I couldn't leave. I couldn't do nothing. And then one day, I hear the doorbell, and it's this dude's outside, and he's like, hello, can I speak to Victor? Yo, my mom's like, what the fuck is this, right? And my mom calls me, it's one of your friends. And he's like, yo, ask your mom if you could go out. And I cried to my mom to let me out. I closed the door, like, if this man can't hear us. And I was like, mommy, please, bitch. That's my friend, bro, crying. And then I open the door. I'm like, yo, please ask her, bro. Talk to her in Spanish, bro. Please, bro, convince her. Yo, you remember that, bro? You remember that day?
Remember that, bro?
Remember I almost broke your ankle that day too,
First
bro?
time we went to go play catch, man.
Bro, we played catch, and then I almost broke this kid's ankle. Oh my god.
Yo, I kind of slacked, bro. I didn't go to the same middle school as you guys, so I don't have all these memories with y'all. Like, I already know the stories, like when this man threw his Nokia phone out the window of like the fourth floor, bro.
Yo, no, bro. But we could dive into so many stories of middle school. But let me tell you that story. So we were big fans of Truth or Dare. We're playing fucking Truth or Dare. All of a sudden, this guy dares himself.
Yo, I didn't even have a phone till 8th grade, man. It was one of those brick Nokias. Yo, and I don't know where the idea came from. I just like, yo, let me, because there was a meme that the Nokias wouldn't break. Yo, that meme is the truth. I'm telling you. I threw that phone out of a 4th-story window, man. During lunch, of the school, man. And I see the phone, and that thing's like fine. I'm like, yo, and I'm like, yo, let me go get it during lunch. So
that was the mission. You remember that?
Yeah, that was like a mission. We were like, that we had to. So we were going down the stairs, and
we had to act like we were tying our shoes. So teachers could leave.
There was a single file line, mad teachers. And they were like, yo, you gotta go get the phone. So there's an emergency exit on the side of the school, and that's where the phone was, where we threw it out of. And so I go, and I'm like, yo, Victor's holding the door for me. I have to go run, pick it up. And run and go pick up the phone. And I look at the phone. That thing's perfectly fine. Just a tiny little crack. I'm like, yo.
The thing about that was like, yo, we were playing Truth or Dare, and he was like, yo, I'm the king of dares. Give me a fire crazy dare. And we were like, all right, well, we'll think of one. He's like, you know what? Yo, I dare myself to throw my phone out the window. We're like, what are you doing, bro? Whips his phone out the window, bro. No, he's not even. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this kid, bro? Oh, man.
Yo, we used to do stupid shit like that. Remember when we were at the high school during Reach, bro, and we were trying to like touch and jump.
Gotta talk about that.
Touch the flag. Oh man,
I was in a cast for 8 months. 8 months of my life in a cast.
Yo, let me
in an old ass school where there was no elevators every single morning.
You know who was picking that?
Having to go up.
Yo, you know who was picking that man up, helping him with his crutch so he could have one hand on the railing so he could go up? That was me. But let's throw it back to that story. That's just hilarious, bro.
Yo, I remember that day like it was yesterday.
I remember that day like it was yesterday, bro.
So we were trying to there was like this banner at school, right? And we were all trying to jump and try to touch it, but we're all short, like little 8th graders, bro. We can't touch it. We can't touch nothing. So Alexis gets the bright idea to try to jump off like these poles during the lunch line.
So I see Anthony. He goes on the railing, and he's about to go touch the banner, and he's like, "Nah, I'm not gonna do that, bro." I'm like, "Dog, let me do that real quick, bro." And so I go on the railing, and I step on the railing. When I jump off the railing to try to touch the banner, the railings kind of they spin. They spin.
Oh my
Yo,
god!
so I jump off and I lose my balance. The thing spins, so I'm like in the midair and I'm falling in midair. Like,
yo, wait! Did you touch the banner?
I touched the banner.
Yeah, he touched the banner.
I touched the banner though. I touched the banner, and then I'm on my way down. Yo, I land on the tip of my foot.
Oh,
that thing just goes the opposite way
when
backwards.
When I tell you, I died of laughter.
We were all dying.
We were all dying.
Yo, his foot like literally was backwards, bro.
Like where my heel is supposed to be is where my toes were. Like yo, that thing was like I don't even know, man. That thing was just dangling.
Yo, and this man. So we're all dying.
We're all dying, laughing at him, pointing.
Yo, the leg yet.
Yo, and he was like, yo, call the police. I'm like, yo,
panicking.
What the fuck?
I panicked.
It was a pause, bro. He goes, oh shit, yo, and then he sees his leg, and then we all noticed the leg, and we're like, oh, and he goes, call the police.
Bro, no, that's not how it was, bro.
Yeah, it was,
we were all
bro.
still dying, and until a teacher came over, running over, she's like, oh my god, and she's like, yo, we gotta call an ambulance. And that's when we were like, wait, what? This is serious, bro? Wait, what?
And we see his foot like dangling off his leg.
Yo, they call an ambulance. This man leaves on a stretcher and shit, bro. We're all yo. After that, we were all in the gym after just sitting there like.
It was like a funeral.
It was like a funeral.
It was like a funeral. Jason was over here like,
the last thing I said to Omi was that he was ugly. Oh my god.
It was like
that was the worst. One of the worst best experiences actually. I ever went through. I love it. I love that. You know what I'm saying? That's a story that I could tell. Honestly, yo, I got on the stretcher. I'm on the ambulance, and yo, they literally just leave me there. Like my foot is still dangling. Yo, I'm telling you, they take me to the, with all due respect, the worst hospital ever. I'm not gonna mention the hospital, but yo, I go to the hospital. They don't even give me anything, and they're like, "Oh, what's up with your foot?" And the doctor grabs my foot and tries to wiggle it back into place, and I'm like, "Huh!" Like, yo, that thing was. I thought I was gonna pass out. They're like, "Oh, this is serious." I'm like, "Yeah."
What's your pain from 1 to 10?
Bro,
What's your pain?
they ended up taking me to Boston. Every pothole on the way to Boston, yo, I was the whole way there. I get to Boston and they tell me, yo, you're gonna need a screw in your ankle. And my mom's like, nah. My mom showed up and she's like, nah. She's like, nah, because my dad has a screw in his knee, and he has an issue with his knee now because of that. So my mom didn't want me to get a screw, and they got one of the best hospitals in the world. I mean, best doctors in the world was in Boston at the time. One of the best doctors for bones or whatever it was.
For feet or something.
I don't know, but and in the world, and he told me that there was no possibility, that it was very rare that the foot would heal. And my mom's like, no, I want to put faith in God. And these are little seeds that eventually, we'll get into that later, but little things happening in my life where I saw how faith can really make a change.
This man.
And so I went to sleep. They put me to sleep, and I wake up 4 hours later with a cast all the way up to my thigh, like upper thigh, and I'm like, what? This is crazy. I'm a fast forward it, right? I got the cast cut 2 weeks later, and then I started going to school about I would say like a month later. Started learning how to use crutches.
This man thought he was the shit with that.
Winter time.
Real quick. He thought he was the shit with those crutches. That man used to do backflips off
360.
360 off the wall type. Like, yo, he thought he was Tony Hawk, bro.
He would go up the stairs of my house, like doing like flips and shit. I'm like, yo, what are you doing, bro?
I was fast with those crutches. But anyways, yeah. Honestly, like, I'm grateful for that experience. You know what I mean? 8 months later, I was perfectly fine. First day out, I was playing basketball.
Trying to break his ankle.
Break his ankle again.
He's had glass ankles ever since, though.
Yeah. No joke. And a glass shoulder. And a glass neck, bro.
Hey,
and a glass wrist, bro. And a glass fucking thigh, bro. And a glass ear, bro. Bro.
And you got a glass hairline. I don't see that.
That's your barber too?
I seen Victor's hairline run away through the years. This dude had a perfectly square lineup. Now that thing looks like a U. Next year,
this man got that 40-year-old lineup, bro. This man's laughing through the pain right now. Yo, chill. Yeah, yo, those are crazy times, bro. Crazy times, bro.
Yeah, but man, we grew up together, man. We got so much, we could talk about so much more. We
could talk about so much more. But you dived into something that I truly wanted to dive into. You talked about God and with God. I know how spiritual you are as a person. I just want to I want to dive into the spirituality because you impacted my life in a tremendous way just by being you, just by being yourself and show. You didn't even have to try to convince me about positivity, spirituality, loving yourself. Through yourself, you showed me great ways to do it, bro. And I just want to I just want to dive into the spirituality and the greatness of of you, bro, of who the fuck you are, bro.
Thank you, bro. I give all my credit to the Lord, Jesus Christ. That's I can talk about that forever. It's been a long journey, spiritually for me. I don't even know where to start. Honestly, growing up, yes, I had seeds, where people planted in me, but I was never religious, as a person. I wouldn't really attend church. My mom would try to make me go, even force me sometimes. I know she did it out of love and because she really wanted me to hear the message. But at the time, I was being forced where I would argue with her. I didn't want to go. It was something it was boring to me. I didn't understand it. I was not interested. I didn't want to be there. Like,
it's like that with a lot of kids, bro.
Exactly.
Like I was the same way. Like I just didn't want to go.
My mom tried to dive me into the
It's like going to school on a Sunday, bro.
And no, not even that. This was to I have a Puerto Rican mom where, she gives me, even to when I was 14, 15, she was very she was always awesome. I love my mom. Shout out to my mom.
I love her
and she
too.
was very tough, but
for real.
But she knew what she was doing. And this was going on. So I was, around 14, 15 until she finally decided to let things happen in God's timing. But those seeds of her effort were something that didn't go unnoticed. Even though I disagreed in the moment,
subconsciously, bro,
yeah,
you were viewing
it's something you could only see in hindsight, bro. When you look back
later down the road. So like I said, spiritually, I had the seeds, this and that, family who have attended church, this and that. But for me, it was never really about church, right? Fast forward through my life, I was never into it till after high school, where recently, after high school, right, I hit reality. Because during high school, I was messing around a lot. I was just having fun.
I mean, you're just kids, bro. You
Exactly.
don't understand. You're in high school.
You're not thinking about.
Yeah, you're not thinking about your future. Like, dude,
you're not thinking about who the person you want to be. You're thinking about fucking stupid shit and trying to be cool.
And going out with your friends, bro. Yeah. I didn't even want to go to college when I was in high school, bro. Like, I didn't care.
Bro, I didn't even want to graduate, bro. High school, bro. I was like,
you didn't want to graduate, bro, or you just didn't care.
I didn't care.
That doesn't mean you don't want to.
You know why I graduated, bro? Was because people were like, "Yo, you're gonna be a failure," and I was like, "No, I'm not." They gave me that reverse psychology. They said I was gonna be a failure, got me pissed off, so I started doing my work to graduate. That's how I graduated, bro. And then I thought about it, and I was like, my mom is a fucking genius, bro, because she made me graduate, bro, because I didn't care, bro.
Nah, but yeah, it's something that we all go through, bro. You're just a kid. You're just immature and you don't know.
You're learning, bro. You're learning, bro.
Exactly. And my thing wasn't that I didn't care. I was just irresponsible, lazy. I procrastinated. All I wanted to do was hang out. I thought I had all the time in the world, which you do have time. But towards the end of it, I was getting a lot of anxiety. I didn't know what to do. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I had an idea. I kind of knew myself a little bit. But this is how, I didn't know this till afterward, but this is how I knew that God has been playing a role in my part before I even knew it. Before I even knew that he was there, he was there. The coincidence of just me asking Anthony for me to give him that lineup, that planted a seed in something that turned out to be my career. And something that now God uses me in the name of the Lord. I say that because I sit with people every single day, conversating with people every single day. And I love my craft and I love what I do. And yes, I had to put my part to become better at it. But God was the one that opened that door for me, through me, through the seed that he put in my mind. And I kept putting my part, you see, because I'm gonna connect this to something from the Bible real quick. God put the thought of building the ark in Noah's mind, in his heart, but Noah actually had to go out and build that ark.
Put the fucking work in.
He had to put the work in. He had to go and build that ark. Not only did he have to go and build that ark, he had to continue, even though, the people around him they were all calling him crazy. They were all judging him, right? And he still had to maintain his faith through that process.
It's crazy.
Something so unrealistic, according to the world. People are this man's crazy. You know what I mean? And as the word goes, God, let him survive, because people think that, and I don't mean to preach real quick, but I'm gonna say this: people think that God is a soft God of only love. Yes, he is love, but God is also tough love, and God has wiped the world out before to restart the world, because God doesn't need us. He doesn't need us. He simply does it out of his mercy for us to have free will and allow us to live our lives. He is infinitely creating us, but he's also allowing us to create ourselves through that process. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I believe that I'm creating myself, but he's also still creating me.
That makes sense.
It's like a team thing. You see, I didn't come to this consciousness for a long time. I'm gonna keep it simple. So I just want to talk a little bit about how it came to be, and a little bit of my background story, and we'll keep it going from there. So my background story was that when after high school, I didn't know what to do, so I kind of was like, I'll just do barbering. I loved it, you know what I mean? But I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it. And
it was like
it was like I was trying to survive, and to this day, I still don't know what exactly I want to do. I don't know it all, you know what I mean? But I keep moving. I let him guide me, you know what I mean? I keep kind of just moving with faith, and I hit rock bottom. I went through a dark time of negative. I was in a very negative mindset.
Yep.
I got into drugs. I was working at a liquor store. I used to have a bottle with me almost every single day for no reason.
Crazy.
I was trying to fill a void in my soul because of the negative things that I did. I was trying to fill a void with things from the outside.
Which I feel like a lot of people do.
A lot of people do. They try to ignore their life.
They try to like numb the pain by just like getting drunk or like getting super high.
Yep.
Doing whatever they got to do instead of just like trying to find it in themselves.
Exactly. And I honestly went through. I was depressed. People didn't know it.
You got that good game face on.
Yes. People didn't know it.
I mean, I feel like you kind of distanced yourself during that time too.
I had to. Let me tell you what God did in my life during that time. I had relationship issues, because of me. So that wasn't working out. I had lost my job for irresponsibilities. And it even came to the point where my phone literally stopped working. The screen didn't work anymore. I could only use Siri. So all this happening all at once. I had nothing to do. So I know that because of that God forced me in a way to get to know myself. But I wasn't thinking about God at that time. I was just
living, bro.
I was just living, riding around in my car by myself, just observing, trying to better my mindset. I was alone, and at the time I thought I was lonely, but after a while I started to like that. I started to like that quiet time. This was a time where I distanced myself from everything. Social media,
people.
I know that you have to adapt with the world in order to you can't get left behind. If you don't adapt, you get left behind.
True.
But there's also a healthy balance, because you need to learn how to distance yourself for a little bit. And this is my opinion, right? This is my view. I think we have to distance ourselves a little bit to be able to cleanse our mindset away from everything around us. Because think about it, every single day we're on a screen, we're around people, and even if they're positive people, nobody is perfect in this world. So you know, you may be picking up toxins from all around, and you may not even know it until later on you distance yourself and you start to kind of cleanse yourself. I had distanced myself, and I started to find out who I truly was, little by little. And this was the life-changing moment for me. I was still depressed in this time, and I had guilt. I had guilt, and I didn't know how to forgive myself. And the guilt was so strong that I felt like I was in a vacuum, tight sealed bag.
Can't breathe,
that
bro.
I couldn't breathe. I felt like I was in a black hole.
It's crazy, bro.
My anxiety was insane. My anxiety was so bad to this point where one time I was driving at night and I got a panic attack, and I thought I was gonna die, and my heart was beating dum, dum, like crazy, and I started to cry, and I didn't know what to do. And all of a sudden, you know, I heard my mother's voice in my head. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. Just come home. You're gonna be fine. Just come home. And I drove myself home through. I thought I was having a heart attack. You know, I had dealt with anxiety. Thankfully now, you know, I'll give my hints later on of how I cope with it. Till this day, it tries to creep up into my mind because we're all human. But long story short, one day I was just it got to the point where my anxiety was over the roof, and I started calling upon God, the Lord, but I didn't know what God. I wasn't thinking about religion. I was just calling out, and I was just by myself in the car, and Lord knows this is the truth. I cannot make any of this up. I don't get paid for any of this. All I want to do is inspire people, because my faith, people are going to call me crazy, bro. People are going to be like, what? This guy's weird. But listen, let me tell you something.
This man has changed my life.
This is true. I cannot make this up. I was in my car by myself, and I started to cry, and something said in my mind and put it in my heart. Something in my heart was like, pray and raise your hand. And I did it, and I started praying, and I raised my hand, and I didn't know what it was, and I didn't know what the heck to pray. I was just expressing myself. I was just asking for forgiveness, because I had so much guilt in me. It felt like I didn't even want to live anymore, to that extreme. And it was, I hit rock bottom, and something told me pray, and I started praying, and all of a sudden, you know, I'm gonna take a detour real quick. A lot of religion has, especially in Christianity, has turned into goosebumps and feelings and emotions and et cetera, right? But I had this feeling that I knew was immense. It was something different that I had never felt in my life. Have you ever had a roast session with your people? Of course you have, right? And you're laughing, you're dying. All of a sudden I started to pray, and something, this warmth of this blanket of love, of joy, of heat, an anointment touched me, and I started bursting of laughter, and my hair stood up, and I felt this joy that I had never felt in my life. I cannot make this up. Something touched me that moment, and I was laughing, and I felt this peace in my chest that I had never felt in my life. Because I finally had the actual will in my heart to change. The will was inside of me. And the Bible says that God He won't want to listen to you unless you're saying it with your heart. If you're saying it with your heart, He comes back harder. You have to say it with your heart. And I finally had the will in my heart to finally, you know what? I want to change. Because I may have said, I want to change, but that's like saying I want to go to the gym, right? And I might want it a little bit.
Yeah,
That's
right?
me right now.
I may want it a little bit, and I probably do want it in my heart. But until I finally want that I want that, then that's when it's going to happen. I have to put my part. And that's exactly how it was with that moment, that prayer. Something touched me, and I promise you, I cannot make this up. Laugh all you want, right? I don't care. Let me tell you something. There was a bird, a silver bird on a fence next to me. I was in my car, and yo, I promise you, bro, that thing was looking right at me in the eye.
Crazy, bro.
Let me finish this. Let me finish this. Let me finish this real quick, right?
Yeah, finish, bro. It's
yo,
amazing,
this bird was looking right at me through my soul. It stood out. The aura of this bird, the glow of this bird was something different. Tiny little bird, tiny. And it was on the fence looking right at me. And as I'm feeling this presence, and then the bird flies away. And as soon as that bird flies away, that presence is no longer there. But I still feel good. I felt refreshed. I felt like I just took a nice cold shower, but on a whole nother realm, dimension, like
crazy, bro.
And I felt cleansed, brand new. And all of a sudden, in my mind, right, something tells me that was a coincidence. You believe that? That was a coincidence. Do you really believe that? And that thought wasn't mine. It came from my own voice, but that thought wasn't mine. I had a feeling it was not me. It felt off. It felt wrong. It didn't feel like it was my thought. So, honestly, something put in my heart, do you believe in me? I cannot make this up, right? Something put in my heart, do you believe in me? And I said, yes. Pray. And I started to pray again, and I prayed harder this time. And I had to wait. And I almost gave up. And right when I was about to give up, I kept praying even harder. And I was like, God, I know that was you. I know that was you. And I kept trying. And I kept begging. And I kept knocking on his door. And that bird came back. And it looked at me. And I felt the same presence. And this time, I had never read a Bible at this time. The verse Psalms 12 entered my mind. I cannot make this up. The bird left. God left me with that. Psalms 12. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm no prophet. I am no priest. I'm no preacher. I'm just me right now. Maybe I don't know what's going to happen in the future. But he left me with that. And I may not even be able to recite it word for word. But I could tell you that what I got from Psalms 12 was that it speaks about how the mind of mankind is lost. It says the wicked walk when the worthless of mankind is exalted.
That's crazy, bro.
When you walk with the wicked, you're when you walk with the mindset of mankind of today, the mindset of humanity that is filled with sin and lost in a place of more than negativity, wickedness. You're literally walking with wickedness. It says, "Oh Lord, with your tongue," excuse me if I'm saying this wrong. I would like for you to search it up for yourself. But it says, "Oh Lord," Psalms 12. It says, "Oh Lord, with your tongue you will change the mind of mankind." And therefore, I believe that God gave me a purpose to be able to uplift people. You know, the original language of the Bible was Hebrew. It's kind of a little coincidence, but Alexis, Omar, my name stands for elegant speaker and helper of mankind.
It's fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I believe that there's a purpose in not only my life, but in everybody's life.
Yeah.
You just have to have the will in your heart to be able to conquer that stopping you, which I believe is coming from the enemy himself. And not only the enemy, but yourself, your flesh, the laziness, your procrastination. Yes, I also deal with these things. We all do. Nobody is perfect. As long as you are able to find not only yourself and your soul, but I believe that if you can find the help of the Lord, you are going to be unstoppable. And this is not religion. To me, this is not even close to religion. Yes, I have built upon it, but to me, this is a connection with the Lord that is keeping me where I am. I may not know it all, but I do know that I trust in him. Because the Bible says you cannot trust in the Lord and worry at the same time. When I was about to get on the airplane to go to Puerto Rico recently, I was getting anxiety until I thought about that. You cannot trust in the Lord and worry at the same time. And that literally took away all my anxiety. Because why? Because I believed it in my heart. You know, I can go on and on forever, man.
Beautiful.
Forever.
Nah, and I just wanna real quick, bro. That was amazing, bro.
Yo, every time you tell me that story, bro, I get chills. Like I actually started crying right now,
bro. Like, yo, no joke. Like, yo, that that story always.
Cause yo,
shout out to the Lord Jesus Christ, because this is all coming from Him. This is not coming from me.
Yeah, yo, it's crazy, cause like, you know, when after like, well, the first time you told me that story, I went to get a haircut one day. I hadn't seen you in a while, cause it was like my first semester of school.
Yeah.
And I had not been at home for a while, and I had not gotten a haircut. Like, I was looking rough anyway.
Yeah, bro.
I sat in the chair and he was telling me the story, and I felt that shit, bro. Like the
him, bro.
The like presence, bro. Like whatever. I got chills. Like, and it was crazy, because it's like I you know, we all go through that time when we're growing up and you just don't know, you have no direction. You're just just like living, and things are just happening. And when he told me that, bro, like it was like, it like turned me towards like looking for something in myself too, like a purpose for myself. And it was crazy, because like I honestly, I don't want to sound like I was not like envious, bro, but I was jealous of you, because you had this like feeling of straight faith, like real faith, that something was taking care of you and bringing you towards where you want to go, and that you know somebody's always got your back. And like, honestly, bro, that's make it like, I wanted that for myself. And I like, and this like, he started like, that started a journey for myself, where I've been on a similar journey, where I'm like looking for like that support system.
Yeah.
I pray to God myself, and it's like, it's weird, because like I've always been like, I don't believe in God or whatever, and it's more because like I'm like one of those thinkers where I just question everything.
Yeah, of course.
But like, you cannot question the feeling that you get.
Exactly.
You cannot question that, like the goosebumps and like the warmth, and like my ears are on fire right now as I'm speaking this.
It's
I wanna say something real quick. I respect everything you're saying, and I love it, and I love the presence. But I want to say that the presence I felt was not just what people think it is. It was something different. Trust me. The Holy Spirit is something different, and it takes, let me tell you something, everybody's time is different. Do not beat yourself up if you are struggling. It may be that you're not ready yet. I'm not saying don't try, but what I'm saying is that I had to learn that the best leadership is example. My goal in life is to be like Christ. Am I ever going to be Christ? No. But if I try my best, I'm going to slip up all the time, right? But if I try my best to be like him, that is what's going to influence people. Not forcing scripture or forcing people to try to change. That it was man-made religion. Christ is not a religion. Christ is a living spirit. And that is what I want to say. And so what I see by you explaining that to me, I may be wrong here, is I see your effort in trying. And if it doesn't come to you right away, you cannot be too hard on yourself. You have to understand that he is the creator, and he is going to create with his time.
Fire.
Our time is not like his time. His time is different. His puzzle is different. He's creating for a long time. There may be things I cannot explain. Why do innocent children die? Why do innocent people die?
Yeah.
Why is this world this way? Although the Bible can answer a lot of that, yes, Lord forgive me if I'm wrong here, right? Because there is a scripture that says that all scripture is containing truth, right? And Lord forgive me if I'm saying something wrong here, but I do also think that the man-made part of everything has tainted the meaning a lot. And so yes, I do believe that the word still contains its truth, but this game, I call it the game, right? It has gotten very complex. And I don't want people to get mixed in that. The only thing that Christ left for us was, he left a lot, right? But the most two important things that he left for us was to love our Father, you know him, love the Creator, love God, Jesus Christ, and to love your neighbor. With those two commandments, everything else will follow, because if you love God, you're gonna obey him. You may slip sometimes, but if you obey him, you're gonna, that feeling you get when you know you shouldn't be doing something, if you obey that, you're gonna live a better life. And then not only if you love your neighbor, if you love everybody, there will be world peace. All God wanted was for us to live in unity as humanity. What God wants, what I read today, is that, and through scripture, I may not know exactly where it's from, but God's mercy is because he loved humanity. And the reason for this negativity, in my opinion, is because the negativity is what brings humanity to the light. Because since we aren't perfect, like Victor says, we are perfect. Because since we aren't perfect, right, it brings humanity together to make this beautiful thing a perfection. You see, because humanity is the perfection. It is the fine line, the little rose that grew from concrete. You know what I'm saying? Humanity is in a time where the world is falling. People are there to support each other. What I believe heaven will be is and this is my view. What I believe heaven will be is another world just like this. It's not gonna be this cartooning thing that we imagine. I think it's just gonna I think it's gonna be another world just like this, but only filled with people who love Christ and the God, and people who love each other and humanity. And then we'll see what happens. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I want to change humanity the same way that the message was left down through prophecy. I believe for us, it was never a religion. It was more of a
spoken word.
Exactly. So we can go on and on forever. And I'm sorry to cut you off, Jason. I just really gotta express myself, because there's a big misunderstanding and a friendship with the Lord, and rather than this event that takes place on a Sunday. I respect church, of course, and because I think of it as a classroom for my spirit. You know what I mean? But yeah.
I so like something I just wanted to dive into was, bro, through your like spirituality and through your like positivity and through your story, bro, you helped me get out of the rabbit hole, bro. Like I dove a little bit about this, like how I was in a negative mindset and how I was lost in myself, and Omi truly helped me out. So my bestest friends, right? We were all doing our own thing, and I was, oh man, like I can't explain. One of my friends was in the military, so I couldn't really talk to him like that. Jason was in school. I wasn't really hanging out with all my other boys. I was only hanging out with Omi for a long time, and just like I had this guilt in me because you're young and you do stupid shit, and I had this guilt in me, and I never told no one. I was lying to all my friends, oh yeah, I'm good, bro, like just chilling, and I wasn't. And Omi expressing himself about his anxiety and his feelings brought out me talking about my feelings, and I finally expressed the guilt that I had in me that was just so negative and just built in me. And when I told Omi this, I kid you not, it was like weight was just 1,000 pounds of weight was just lifted off me, and I felt like I started my journey. And I truly, from that moment on, I truly started to become the person that I love so much that I am today. And I just want to thank this man again. I'm telling you, this man is an amazing soul, and he's a fucking beast. Like, listen to his words. Like, I love this kid so much because he speaks his truths. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys maybe not all agree with what he says, or but he's speaking from his heart. He's speaking straight truths. And when someone's speaking their straight truths to you, it's fucking beautiful. I'm telling you. And this man, I'm grateful for this man till no end, forever and forever. This man will always be Omi Smooth with the dance moves up there for me.
I
He's
got
just
no
a
dance
fucking
moves,
beast.
by the way. I'm stiff like a robot, man.
Dead ass, bro.
I'm stiff.
The first
Yeah.
time I seen this man dance, we called him the Tin Man from freaking Wizard of Oz, bro.
First time I seen this
I'm
man
stiff.
dance was at prom.
And my lady's she dances on stage. Not like that though. Not like that though. She dances salsa.
Bro, she's on a dance team and she's nasty with the salsa, bro.
and
Dancing
so
on
I
the
got
stage, bro.
You know, I'm not ashamed though. You know, I know I'll get it one day. You know what I mean?
Bro,
Hopefully.
it's cause this man thinks so much.
Yeah,
All
I
you
know.
have to do is just go with the rhythm. This man's over here like, I gotta move my arm like this, and I gotta move my leg like that, bro.
Overthinker.
Yeah, bro.
It's always that overthinking. That's like, I think that's what starts anxiety too, bro.
Yep.
It's
It
just
is,
like
bro.
the always overthinking everything, bro. Trying to like find the best answer for a question that you don't even know what the
Yeah,
right
bro.
answer is, bro.
So I actually was overthinking when we started this, and
This man was a stiffy, bro.
I was like, yo, all day I was preparing my mind, reading.
Yeah.
I was literally, I got coffee to wake up, like a whole bunch of. I did push-ups in the bathroom. Yo, I was getting ready. I was like, yo, and once you really find out that like what it truly is, you kind of just realize like, wow, I kind of just my own mind. My anxiety is the worst use of your imagination.
Yeah, it's just you're legit creating problems that just aren't there, bro. That's essentially what it is. It's just
And I still deal with it. I'm not gonna lie. But I try to keep my foundation on my faith on my foundation, you know. But we're all
Yeah.
human at the end of the day.
yeah, man. It's fucking bro. I'm telling you, like, mental health, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, mental health is something that should not be. It's not a game. You truly like, yo. If you truly are not good, get yourself good. Learn how to get better. Try to get better. Fix your environment. Do what you got to do, because I'm telling you, it's. I never wish that upon anybody, to be lost in your fucking head and you never can fucking. Sorry, you feel like the world is just. Like, you feel like you're
the world's
living
against you, bro.
Yeah, you feel like you're living in a world. You're living in this world, but you're living inside yourself, and you just can't escape yourself. You know how scary that is?
Yeah.
You're walking every day, you're chilling, talking to people, but as you're talking to someone, your mind is like,
You're literally thinking about like, yo, do I look stupid? Like,
yeah, like
yo, damn, she's looking at my face, or he's looking at my face, or oh, I got this on my lip.
Damn,
or,
my shoes
damn,
untied.
I got
Oh
this
my
pimple on
God.
Yo,
forehead.
you know when I get like in those like mind states, it's not like that for me. It's more like I'll be sitting there and I'll just be floating, bro. Like, people are talking to me and I just don't know what the hell is going on.
Dude.
Yo, the funniest one for me is when someone's talking to me seriously in the eye, and I'm looking at them and I start laughing, and it's a serious
I
ass
do that
moment.
too.
And
I do that
I'm
too.
trying to hold my
no joke.
And
Yo.
it's not like I want to laugh, but like I don't know. It's just like it's
It-
like looking at the world through a glass almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. It's weird, bro. Like, I can't. I don't know. Like, it's like there's been days where I'm just like, I feel like I'm doing the same shit every day, and it's like routine. And you know, when you do things out of routine, you're just like doing it. You're not even thinking about it.
You're not even thinking
Yeah,
about
so
it.
I'll be
That's like when you get stuck in like a cycle.
Yeah,
and
bro.
that cycle could just kill you, bro.
I felt like I was in a cycle, and just in a cycle, and then all of a sudden, it's like, boom! Oh shit! What the fuck? I thought today was Tuesday. It's over
For
here. It's
real.
like the weekend, bro. and
Dude,
you're
like,
like,
I
what
cannot
the
explain
fuck, bro?
that any better, bro.
Like, yo,
like I try to tell people, like, I'll be like, yo, sometimes like time just passes by and I don't feel it, and like
Yeah,
I'm just
bro.
put in a position where I could actually start thinking about stuff again. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck just happened, bro?
Yeah, you're like, what the fuck, bro? Like, oh, I did this. Like, you think about what the fuck you did, and you're like, oh, I did the same shit 4 days in a row, bro. Like,
Yeah, and
what
it's-
the fuck?
It's like, bro, getting over that, and like it's more like not just like, I don't know how to like explain it. It's just like, try to enjoy every single day.
Yeah,
Like you wake up and you're like, damn, bro. Like,
I'm telling you, like, I used to just wake up like a zombie, bro. Go to the bathroom, bro. Take a shit. It was like it was the same routine, and then one day I was just like, yo, what the fuck am I doing, bro? I'm fucking. I don't even know what day it is, bro. I don't even know what hour it is. I just know I gotta do this, and then I gotta go to sleep, bro. And I fucking
It's like being a ship without sails. Think of a ship.
That's
Damn, bro.
crazy,
Right?
bro.
This is somebody had told me this before. Ship without sails, right? we're thinking about old
Shit
school,
don't move, bro.
old school ships, right? You're in the ocean. Your life only moves to the current of wherever life takes you. That's where you go. And a ship with sails has direction. Even through the storm, you're able to I forgot how it goes, but something like that. You just want to have direction in your life. So even if you don't know exactly where it is you're going, at least know you want to go somewhere.
Yeah.
I think you touched upon something nice like earlier in your whole like spiel, what you were talking about, where you were like, well, when you start like loving or the Lord or whatever, you start like loving life, like loving yourself and loving the people around you, is where you get to the point where we're happy, bro. Where you're happy as a person. And like we've been talking a lot, like in the past few podcasts, we've been talking a lot about bettering society as a whole. And I like personally, like obviously we can work as a team to try to do it, but it all starts with yourself too. Like you have to, like you see like basketball players that they're on a team, yeah, but they be practicing by themselves. Kobe was shooting how many free throws by himself, trying to get better for himself but in the long run it's for his team. So you have to better yourself as a person, become the individual that loves to be the person that they are, so that way you can spread positivity into this world. When you spread positivity into this world, the world becomes more positive as a whole.
Yeah,
and it's like
it's true. I always say this. I always think the world is an energy filled world, and you like if you feel it, bro. You feel these vibes. Like let's say you go to like a sketchy like house party, bro. Right? As soon as you walk in there, you're gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of off. Right, but then let's say I go to Omi's crib, right? Welcome to open arms, and you feel this great positivity just floating in the air, and you're just like, take your shoes off, bro, chilling, relaxing. You know what I'm saying?
Don't do that, bro.
Yeah.
Especially not with your feet, bro.
Oh
what the
my
hell?
God,
bro.
Man, ladies and gentlemen, my feet, I promise you, are not that bad.
Yo, let me tell you a little quick, tiny little story.
Oh,
yo, one time,
I already know.
Yo, one time, I was like, yo, Victor, come to the pizzeria, real quick, next to our house.
We all lived on the same block, ladies and gentlemen. That's why we were always around each other.
I was like, yo, Vic, come to the pizzeria real quick. And he's like, all right. I got an extra slice. I don't want it. He's like, all right, I'll go. Yo, this man has the audacity. Yo, this man comes in with, flip-flops, bro. Chanclas with no socks on. Yo, I'm telling you, like, this man's feet. Bro, I got him on Snapchat. I recorded his feet on Snapchat. He got so tight. He left, bro. Didn't come back. And I had to give that slice of pizza to somebody else. Bro, if you have never seen Victor's feet, you are blessed.
If you ever want to get me mad, ladies and gentlemen, that's the perfect way to get me mad.
Putting your feet up? I got you this week.
Oh man, I'm telling you, I'll say I get annoyed easily, but that day I wanted to knock Omi out. I was like, I hate this kid, bro. I don't care, bro. This kid pisses me off, cause my feet. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna talk about my.
Why are you
gonna
talk
feet.
about your feet?
Yeah, they're just gross, bro. They're just fucking gross.
So now, Now we got all that out.
Yeah,
that was some beautiful talk. I love that shit.
Other than the feet.
Anyway, like you move past, you find like your purpose or whatever. You find like this positivity, and you wanna start spreading it into this world. Like that. I love Omi because after all the shit that's happened to him and all the struggles that he's been through, he's become such a positive person. He wants to give back. He tries to help people all the time. Like this man, every year for the past few years, he's been doing free haircuts for little kids, bro.
For the first day of school haircuts.
Shout out to my team, though. Nothing is possible without my people, So shout out to Louis and Yamir and everybody else that, all that stuff that we do is not myself, but thank you, bro. It's, I shout out to my team.
Yeah, shout out to your whole team, bro. Like you guys are doing a great thing, always trying to help people and like it's like you have little kids. Like we grew up in a city where some people don't even have enough money to like get haircuts, like for real. And these beautiful souls are all out here trying to help these kids, and help them look good, bro. Spread that positivity into this world, and it's beautiful.
Spread their
bro.
artwork onto the
Yeah,
you know what I'm
spread their artwork. Yeah, and they have fun with it too. Like it's a cool vibe. Like they have music and everything.
There's
playing,
food and shit. It's an amazing event.
And
every
I think
fucking
that,
year.
bro, I think that's mad important in this world, bro. It's just to try to be like give back to the people that you have been around and the people that need the help.
Exactly. Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. I'm telling you. This man is younger than me. This man is younger than me. But
I mean, it's like a few months, bro. Relax.
All right. I mean, I'm just saying he's younger than me, but I look up to him. Like, you know what I'm saying? I look
bro.
at him like an older brother, bro. Because, bro, I'm telling you, his stories and just him being him has made me a better person, bro.
But
Just by chilling with him has made me a better person, bro. Like, I'm telling you, I used to be in my head thinking, and who would I call? Yo, me, bro, blah, blah, blah. And by the end of that conversation, bro, I'm dreaming, sleeping nice, bro. I wake up the next day, God is great. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and it's because this man's a fucking beast, bro. I can't say it enough, bro.
Yo, shout out to the Lord. I just want to say this real quick. I look up to you guys the same exact way. Every single person on my team, you know, in the past and like what was it that Einstein said about the fish and the ability to climb a tree?
Oh yeah.
Take it away, Jason.
It's like
My name is Jason.
if you judge a fish on its ability to climb a tree, it'll think it's
stupid for the rest
stupid
of its
for
life.
the rest of its life, bro.
See, we're all different animals, all different beasts. I see Victor's a gorilla with some crusty feet. You know what I mean? And Jason got the toucan nose. You know what I'm saying? But
And you got the giraffe neck.
Exactly. But you know what I'm saying? But everyone's a different animal. So you know, if you're on some hate, only one king can make it type of thing. There's many kings to this jungle. You know what I'm saying? And we all kings. All my team is kings. You know.
Kings.
So if you want
Kings and queens, baby.
if you want some hate, then I'm sorry, man. But yeah, it's sad to see, you know, people that don't want to evolve and be on some hate. You know what I mean? So all love always.
That's the way it's gotta be, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, listen to this man. This man's a fucking genius. I love this kid till no end. The words he said is amazing, and I think it's time. Jay, you gotta take it away with the fucking greatness of the messy moment. Do it up. Do it.
All right, I'll do it, bro. Already.
Ladies and gentlemen,
boys and girls,
we present to you. Bro, hurry up, bro.
It's time for the messy moment.
My guy.
Messy moment. Messy moment. Messy moment.
So the messy moment is a time when we reflect on the podcast and we dive into our, you know, some of our great moments and some of our, you know, the moments that we liked a lot and some of the moments we truly enjoyed. It's just a time for reflection and just amazingness and just thinking back about the amazing shit, amazing stuff that was said. And I'll start it off. You know, I just want to say my messy moment is truly seeing my boy, my brother, you know, my brother Omar, truly expressing himself. You know, because we've had these moments together where we were expressing ourselves, you know, to just us though, and to see this man have the courage, not only the courage, but the willfulness to say his story on this podcast and to truly show his true colors and be his true self and you know, give his heartwarming, amazing story is it truly touched my soul. Like, I can't say it more enough, man. Thank you again for being my friend. Thank you again for being on this podcast, bro. I just want to say thank you again. You were great. You are a great influence in my life, and continue striving, brother. I appreciate you, bro, till no end.
Appreciate you, bro.
It's just my messy moment, bro.
So my messy moment is kind of a similar thing, bro. Just like there was like him telling that story. Every time I hear that shit, it's just it gives me like chills. Like I like, it's crazy. I feel that shit in my soul or whatever, bro. I just feel something different when I'm hearing that shit. And like I obviously you can't see me, but I like crawled into my shirt and started crying because that shit is emotional, but like beautiful at the same time. It's like tears of joy, but like love all at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's just beautiful shit.
You're
Alexis,
living you're
bro.
living the moment with him.
Yeah, you're just living the moment. Omi, bro, thank you for coming on and just expressing yourself, yeah, and just being you, being able to be you for other people to hear. Because this shit, that other people got to hear this kind of stuff.
I'm telling you, your story's gonna change someone's life, bro. It's
Even
gonna
if it's
change
just
the
one
world,
person,
bro.
one person at a time, bro, we'll get there.
It's greatness, bro.
So
like
go
I
ahead,
said,
bro.
like I said, thank you, and shout out to the Lord, man, because none of it is possible without Him. So, at least in my life.
What's your messy moment,
What's
bro?
your messy moment, bro?
Oh man, I don't even know, man. This to me, this was perfect. Honestly, probably just watching you guys, seeing the raw truth behind the scenes, and seeing my two great friends, clashing heads a little bit, but seeing the passion and the love and literally the growth in front of my face, like going through the learning process right in front of me, like that is a beautiful thing. Like it's a little bit messy, yeah, because it's
It's because we're in
it's
the messy
growth,
room.
is
'Cause we're in
exactly.
the messy room.
But just being able to express myself, and just to be with my people here, man, is I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm just grateful.
Yeah. And now this is the time where we let our guests or whatever get into like what they want to say. We usually do it as a quote for ourselves.
Yeah, when me and Jason do it, we usually love to like say a quote just to leave our the people listening with something to think about, or so just anything, bro, any greatness, bro. Like what are your final thoughts, bro, on anything?
If I was to leave you guys with anything, it would be no one is perfect. We all fall short under the glory of the Lord. Being imperfect is what makes us perfect. Who says that imperfection isn't perfect? I think that it's just part of the story. So just keep being you, and but listen to the truth inside of you that is trying to uplift you. Keep no matter what negative situation is happening in your life, do your best to be the best version of yourself.
Beautiful, bro.
Beautiful, bro.
And it's true.
It's facts.
Shit.
De las estrellas, porque te fuiste.
Check you later.